Here we go. Let's jump into a fun, exciting moment in high school baseball games, and that is home runs. So for home runs, we have to think that this is an opportunity for us to do lots of little things that no one notices that we do, but it is critical for us to continue to do them for the very rare case that it actually matters. So what are some of the little things that we have to do? First of all, we have to be an umpire, not a spectator. There's a different way that a spectator, sees these very exciting plays, in that, they're following the ball the whole time. They're maybe looking at the batter for various things. They're getting in celebration. Maybe they're, recording and stuff. But we have to remember that we're umpires and we have a job to do that is full of lots of little things. So a few of the little things that go into when we have a home run is, first of all, one of the umpire does have to watch the ball and call the home run. A lot of times in two-person umpiring, this is the plate umpire, depending on where the ball is hit. If, the base umpire is inside, they've got the big V. So, he's got home runs within, a large part of the center of the field. But someone needs to make sure and make it obvious that it's their ball, that they are watching the home run clear the fence, maybe a catch or a rob, a play on the baseball. But we have to have eyes on that scenario. One caveat about this: you don't really need to watch the ball the whole way. Yes, be aware of where the ball is, but you're going to have better luck following the baseball if you actually follow the fielder as he goes towards the wall, because the fielder is tracking it the whole time. You, as the umpire, you probably did not track it from the bat. So pick up the fielder and then begin to pick up the baseball, just so we can watch all the elements of this play. Also, it's a good idea to communicate to your partner, hey, I've got the ball, or if it's a fair foul decision for the plate umpire, I'm on the line. I'm on the line communicates a lot of things to your base umpire. It communicates the fact that, hey, if this is a possible rotation situation, I'm not rotating because I'm standing on the line. Or maybe, hey, if this is a double tag, if I'm standing on the line, if I communicated I'm on the line, I'm not keeping up with that extra tag responsibility. So it helps pass off a little bit more responsibility to the base umpire. Base umpire, if you have a moment to turn around and say, I've got the ball, great. If you don't have that moment, show with your body language that you are claiming without a doubt, hey, I've got this ball. So that way your plate umpire can do other things. What are some of the other things that we have to do? Well, after the home run clears, we must watch all touches of bases. This is only done if you keep your head on a swivel. As we get 3 and 4-man umpires, now we got more eyes on the field. We can share the load, but we've got 2 umpires on the field for most of our games, which means that if one set of eyes is watching the ball, the catch, the play, the home run actually being cleared, then that means the other umpire has to keep their head on the swivel, because chances are the batter runner is going to touch first base before the ball clears the yard. Well, it used to be a case before people started watching their home runs before they ran, but that's another conversation for another day. In most cases, the base umpire is going to have touches at first base and second base. And in most cases, the plate umpire is going to have touches at third and home. That's how our mechanics manual is written. And in a perfect world, that's how we would do it. But in a lot of our cases, we just have to umpire, meaning that we work together as a crew. We help out the crew. Plate umpire absolutely can help get the touch at first base, especially if your partner is in the V and he's watching a long, deep, high fly ball and the batter runner touches first before he can turn his head. Yes, help get that touch at first base. Base umpire, it also means that, hey, if we have multiple runners, especially multiple runners that are touching home, you can help be the eyes at third base as well. Or even simpler, if it's just a moonshot and there's no runner on, a solo home run, base umpire, you're actually going to get touches at first, second, and third. Hello, one runner, one umpire. And then the plate umpire is going to get the touch at home. All of this to say, though, is we have to be very mindful of these touches of the bases, because it doesn't matter until it matters. And then when it matters, we have to have done all of the little things right. Continuing on, a few other little things. We need to observe possible unsportsmanlike actions. Unsportsmanlike actions, would be maybe the pitcher taunting the batter, or the batter taunting the pitcher. A new phenomenon that is here the last few years, bat flips. Those are very real things that are a part of our game that we have to be mindful of. And excuse me, if we have both umpires or, all three or all four umpires admiring the home run as a spectator, no one is picking up the potential, bat flip situations. I can, or a pitcher taunting or a batter taunting. I can, one of my games earlier this season, I had to wear it a good bit. In another one of my games, there's a situation where the first base umpire, it is their responsibility to watch the batter as he comes out of the box. And I just didn't do it. And the coach just came unglued on me. How are you not watching these batters? He bat flipped, the people get ejected for that. That was his whole argument. I just had to stand there and said, you know what? You're right. I should have been watching and I wasn't. I'm very sorry. And I just had to eat that one. Thankfully, I watched back and saw the replay, and it really wasn't a bat flip. I have no idea why the coach was upset about it, but he was right. I wasn't watching it. So he was angry at me, and I could not tell him otherwise because I didn't see it. So we have to do all of the little things right. What's something else? We have to be able to observe players outside of the dugouts. Yes, this is a dead ball. Yes, in high school baseball, players outside of the dugout in this moment are legal as long as they are celebrating with their team. We see it all the time. Players come around the home plate and celebrate with with the guy that just hit the home run. This is all well and good. We just need to make sure, kind of like the point above, make sure that everybody is being a good sport about all of the situation. There's no taunting either directions. Things aren't being said and stuff like that. Then once all of that happens, get a new baseball to the pitcher and then start the game back up. Home runs are great moments for the players to enjoy, but the game needs to go on. The faster we get a baseball to the pitcher, the faster we get the new batter in the box, the faster we get the game going, the faster we get more action going. So with all of that in mind, I have two home run scenarios that I do want to play with you real fast. So let me share sound and share for video as well. And we're going to watch some video clips. First scenario is going to be a solo home run with obviously it was the top of the inning and a simple solo home run. So watch. It may seem kind of trivial as to why I'm showing this because, I mean, this was a moonshot home run. By the way, good job, plate umpire. Mask off with the left hand, leaving the dirt circle. It is very obvious that he is taking the fly ball on this one. Now, I as the base umpire, I know this is a home run. He knows it's a home run. It's a no doubter. So we're going to kind of over exaggerate our touches. So right here, pause. I'm just looking over my shoulder. There's no reason to come in and pivot here. Yes, the mechanics manual says we should pivot in a simple moment where we're just getting a touch. Look over your shoulder, get a very absolute secure touch. There is no doubt that I'm seeing the touch here. And continue the jog on. Just stay about even with him and make it overly obvious that you are making eye contact with the base. And for me, I actually state the foot that he touches with, so that's a right foot. So as he passes, I will just simply say right. Now it does go out of the frame here, but notice the umpire stops and then stares. And I just kind of do that one little lean in just if there's ever a moment of doubt, like, hey, the little thing, the touch of the base matters. And then lastly, our plate umpire, as he comes around to the plate, he is staring at the plate. There is no reason to look at anything else other than the plate at this moment. This is exactly right. He comes in, touches it with his right foot, his left foot, clanks helmet with partners, and guess what? We're good to go. One thing that is off this video that you can't see, the pitcher already has a new baseball. There is no set time for when you can give the pitcher a new baseball. So you see an opportunity in like the rhythm of the runners touching bases, go and toss the pitcher a new baseball so that way we're ready to go. Okay? Solo home run, do all of the little things right. It's really easy just to kind of breeze through this, but do all of the little things right. Here's another home run where the situation's a little bit different now. So we've got runners at first and third, and this home run is going to be, again, a moonshot out to center field, but the responsibilities change a little bit. So let's watch this one. Head on a swivel. Baseball back to the pitcher. Again, it seems trivial to watch this, but there's so many little things that if you don't know what you're doing, that just kind of happen. But all of this takes pre-thought. So let's talk about some of the nonverbal communication between the crew. Okay, so ball is hit immediately. Nonverbal communication, the base umpire drifts over, gets an angle on it, and gets set. Now, as I'm getting set, I'm also picking up the touch out of the corner of my eye of second base. That is my touch. I don't know, but I'm lining all of that up so I can see. So it's very clear. Sorry. It's very clear that we have a home run here. So as soon as I see that, I go up with a signal and I pick up my batter runner at first base. You see that head turn? As soon as I see it's out, go up with a signal, I pick up my batter runner. Plate umpire is already picking up R3 because remember, we start this play with R3. So R3 is coming around. R3 touches home plate. Now we're down to two runners. We've got the R1, which started there, and we have the batter runner. So that look right there is me helping out getting the touch of third base of R1. Then here comes the batter runner. And if you look, I peek back at the plate umpire here just to kind of see where is that runner. Because there's a chance that my plate umpire may have the touch at third as well. He may help me out on that. But he is obvious that that runner is still so close to home plate that he's not. So I know that the touch of third for the batter runner is my responsibility. So I turn back and I look, I've got that touch. And then the plate umpire finishes the job out with touch of R1 and the touch of the batter runner. All of these things, I guarantee you, if you ask a parent, they have no idea all of this goes on. They just assume that, hey, a home run is hit and, it just counts. But it doesn't matter until, as we say, it matters. It matters whenever it's, the bottom of the seventh inning and that's the walk-off home run. And in their excitement, they miss first base. A runner in their excitement is more likely to miss first base than they are to miss home just because they're celebrating. They just had the emotional high of, hitting the home run that they're skipping down the baseline. And, first base in my experience is the most likely base to be missed on a home run. Now, the other side is, do coaches actually watch them touch base? That's another story, but we have a job to do. We need to do all of the little things that are right.